How's it going, YouTube world? I'm Little B. Today we're gonna take this LS1 intake manifold apart. We're gonna prep it. We're gonna paint it. However, we're gonna do this the poor man's way. Everything that we'll be using today is basically everything that you can get right out of your local automotive store. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Enamel, Rust-Oleum paint, Rust-Oleum high performance paint. You can choose either or. I actually like the high performance paint. It just sticks a little bit better. However, some people like to go with Rust-Oleum engine paint because I know that you're putting it on an engine. However, for those who know paint or paint products, sometimes different things work for different products. Like this hard composite plastic type style, I like to use something that will grab and stick. This old dusty shelf ornament is about to become something great. Just stay tuned, you'll see what I'm getting ready to do with it. First things first, you want to make sure we strip everything off of it. Inside each of these little galleys, there's dirt. There's always going to be dirt. I don't care if you put it in a hot tank. I don't care if you use a brush and get it out. There's always going to be something inside of here. So you want to make sure you get all of that cleaned out. So just stay tuned. I'll continue to walk through some of the prep work and things in nature that I'm going to be doing to make sure this comes out to the best of my ability. As you see, I already sprayed. It's called a tack coat. Using Rust-Oleum paint, high performance enamel paint, like I said. This paint right now, I don't know when you're watching this video, but this can could be $6 now, $15 later. However, neither here nor there. It's right over your counter. You can go ahead and go to AutoZone, Lowe's, Home Depot. You can pick up a can of Rust-Oleum and you can get the job done. It takes money to make money. It also takes money to buy extra product. I'm doing this the poor man's way. So I've already laid a tack coat. As you can see, it's still slightly wet. The temperatures in here right now is probably about 60 degrees. So you don't want to rush your job. Never rush your product, never rush your results. Hang tight. It takes a little bit longer, so be it. I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for a little bit. We'll come back, you'll start seeing me apply multiple coats of paint in order to get the product and the results that I want. Let's start seeing this spray. Like right now, it's a little tack dry. As you see, it's spotty in a lot of areas. I wanted to keep it that way just because I didn't know how this paint was going to adhere to this plastic. Sometimes you start to get fish eyes, is what they're called. We'll talk about fish eyes later. You get paint runs, you get all kind of things. So if you saw me earlier, I literally just do brush coats. There's no reason to slap a bunch of paint on stuff. That's what's called spray paint. Keep your distance. I'm about 6 to 8 inches away. I'm not right up on it. You don't want to squeeze it right there. You want to be way back here, just wasting your product. 6 to 8 inches to give you just enough to get a good spray. There's one thing about LS1 intake manifolds, it has a lot of different angles. You want to stay with the angles. You don't want to just stay flat on it. If you stay flat on it, you can put too much product in too many places, causing paint runs. Normally your LS1 intake manifolds are like a satin finish, and a lot of people take a lot of Armor All, a lot of Tire Shine, whatever product they can use to make it shiny. So I already went with a black gloss paint, and I'm going to finish it with the Rust-Oleum gloss clear to give it a complete seal. One thing I did not mention is you want to make sure you use the same style product. I'm using a enamel paint. You want to stay within the enamel family. You don't want to use a solvent paint and then use an enamel paint on top of it because it will cause an interaction. Sometimes it bubbles, sometimes it lifts, sometimes it just looks ugly. On this intake, that's 2.5 to 3 wet coats at 6 to 8 inches away from the panel, and every single cranny is nice and clean. And then when we finish it off, it's going to continue to have that shine. Unfortunately, I'm not using it for my build, but someone else who's building, it'll be a great intake manifold for them. Okay, so I'll let it dry for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the final coat of clear. Told you everything was Rust-Oleum. This is your truck manifold. is your LS1. Now, which one would you like to have on your classic ride? Freshly redone LS1, nice and shiny, matches your block, or you would like this big thing, which isn't too bad. However, they do have covers for it that you do see. But if you want to have that sweeter look, just letting you know, this is for an LS1. Therefore, the injectors from this one, as well as the fuel rails, will not fit on this one. You have to get everything for an LS1, not a 4.8 or 5.3 LS motor. Just know your difference in the two. If you notice, I took the liberty of cleaning all of my spouts and valves because I like to have clean products and clean things. I don't like to put nasty, ugly things back onto something that's nice and shiny. So just take your time. You'll get there. It'll be right. Stay tuned for our next video. Thank you for supporting me. It's Lil B. Stay tuned.